Hello everyone. I'm so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you, and today I have a really cute card for you. Now if you like my ideas, don't forget to sign up for my newsletter. This week I'm focusing on the Forever Blossom stamp set, so I used that leaf spray. I also used the coordinating dies to cut it out. And my sentiment came from Heartfelt. So lucky to have a friend like you. So let's get started, and I'll show you how I did this one. First thing you need is you need to stamp your image, and you need your Stampin' Blends. And I'm using So Saffron and Mossy Meadow. So I have my image stamped. All right. I'm going to use my light So Saffron, and I'm going to color in my flowers. And this is a real quick color. It's not, I just find if I go around the outside and then fill in the center, it goes fairly quickly. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take the dark So Saffron, and I'm going to do the center. Then I'm going to go back with the light over top and just kind of blend it out. And that's how I got the color. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these, and then I will be back. All right, now that we've got our flowers colored, it's time to do our leaves. And I didn't do anything elaborate with the leaves because they've got quite a bit of detail to them. So I just used the light Mossy Meadow, and I did the stems. And if you remember from Monday's video, this is a challenge because there's some little pieces hiding that you have to do also. So I just kind of went over it, and then on those other flowers I did the buds, I did the pieces. So now I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to work around my leaves and do my leaves. Okay, now that we've got it colored, it's time to cut it out. So I'm going to take my die and cut this out. I have it cut out. To make this piece, I took, let me pull down the rest of my supplies. I took and cut a piece of yellow, and all the measurements are on the blog, and the link's going to be below to get that size. I then took the Stitch So Sweetly ones, and it's like the second largest in there, and I cut out the full sheet, but it was too big, or I wanted the open to it, so I took the stitched rectangle dies, and it happens to be the third one from the center, and I cut out the center of this. I went ahead and added my dimensionals on the back. So let me move this out of the way. Since this is going to be popped up, I wanted a lighter yellow in here, and we don't have a lighter yellow. So I took my, gonna grab a scrap here, sorry. I took my So Saffron pad and a blending brush, and I just added some ink all over till I was happy with it. And I did it till I was happy, and how I tested it out was I brought back this and it was okay. So I stopped when I was ready. And now we can finish putting the card together. All right. So this is going to go on here, and I'm going to use some glue. Yeah, this way. One end is a little darker than the other, so I will put the sentiment on that end because most of this will be covered up anyway. And my sentiment, I'm just going to stamp using Memento ink. And I'm going to put it right in there, like so. Now, the next thing I have to do is I need to put this on my card base. And I'm just using a white card base that I have scored, and I think I'm going to fold it in half. I must have scored it wrong, so I can just fix it. All right, so this is going to go on here in the center. This is a clean card with a lot of white space. I like clean cards like that. It makes it feel fresh. Now when you put this down, make sure you put it down with your sentiment going up. You'd be surprised how many times I've slapped it down and realized it's upside down. All right. I'm going to take the backs off of all of the foam tape on the back of here so I can put this down, and it's fairly easy to do this. You just kind of get your pokey tool underneath. The hardest part is because you get stuck to it. And you have to be careful you don't rip it. I think I'm going to just use my fingernail. These are so, you know what I will do? I will hold it with the pokey tool to take off this last one so it doesn't stick to my finger. All right, I've got all my backs off, and now this is going to go on. And to get this down right, I kind of centered it, set it down, and then I pulled my finger out. You have to be careful, if not you'll pull this out and it'll be crooked. All right, so we've got our piece on. Now to add our flowers, what I did was I just kind of determined where I needed to put dimensionals, foam tape, pop dots, whatever you want to call them, and I added them on here. Not there. That one needs to be cut apart. I know one goes up here, and I just kind of figured out, all right, the two leaves get one. So let me put them on. Oh, it's already cut. I couldn't tell if it was. All right, now I know that there's some more spots. So one under here. All right. And I know one goes over there. So let me, oops, wrong side. I'll just pull it off. I should have put it on there to see. It goes here. And I don't think I did. It needs it anywhere else. No, but what I did do was I put some glue dots in the other spots. So I'm going to put a glue dot here, here, and where on that one? Right about there. So use your piece to figure out where you need to put them and add them to the backs, which is this one. All right, now I can take the backs off of my dimensionals, and we're ready to put it on our card, and then we'll add a feminine touch to it. All right. Watch your spacing up at the top and bottom so it doesn't hang off your card either spot. It's a little off there. To make it look a little bit more feminine, I added a pearl to the center of each flower, because you got to have your pearls and your bling. Oh, that one don't stick yet. Yeah, you can stick. All right. There's that. And there's that one. And I took some of the gold trim from the, I think it's Forever Fern, Forever Greenery ribbon combo pack. I love this gold trim. I know we have gold in the new catalog, but I've seen other demos using it, and it doesn't look like it's going to be as nice as this. Sometimes gold trim, we had it years ago, it's just too thick to really tie into a nice bow or anything. And I'm going to trim my ends, and I'll go back and trim it up. And this will unravel. It's just the nature of the beast, but I think it adds a nice touch. So I put it on a glue dot, and I'm going to, I pinched it to get it off, and I'm going to add it to my card right there. And I'm going to go in, this is a little long, and I'm not going to worry about that because this one will eventually do the same thing. See? It just happens. So there we have it. And don't forget, do the inside in the envelope also. I hope you've enjoyed my video today. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. Don't miss my ideas. Have a great day.